First News at 9. First, the highlights. Lagos State Government honors over 300 public servants with long service awards. Speaker of the House of Representatives reveals Nigeria's needs $3 trillion to bridge infrastructure gap. On the foreign scene, European Union suspects manipulation of Mozambique election result. And in sport, head coach of Super Falcons expresses excitement as the team prepares for friendlies against Algeria. Now the details. I am Sarah Adesanya. In continuation of the 2024 Public Service Week celebration, 361 public servants have received long service award for their dedication and meritorious service in Lagos State for 30 years and above. Speaking at the event held at Adeyemi Bero Auditorium, Alausa Ikeja, the head of service, Bodiaguru, described the annual Long Service Merit Award ceremony as an opportunity for the government to appreciate and express gratitude to dedicated workers who have served the state for 30 years and above. While congratulating and urging the awardees not to rest on their oars, Aguru enjoined public servants in the state to perform their duties to the best of their abilities and support the successful implementation of the Themes Plus agenda of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's administration.
And enjoy you to remain focused, dedicated, committed to your assigned schedules of duties. Take full advantage of the latest information and communication technology to acquire knowledge for your continued self-development is very important. On its part, the state government will continue to provide the necessary and conducive environment for the attainment of your lofty goals.
The Permanent Secretary, Public Service Office, Sukomi Oyebola, who also congratulated the awardees, pledged the continued support of the state government to the welfare of public servants in the state. Some of the awardees expressed gratitude to the Lagos state government.
I feel great, I feel happy. I thank God that I am alive to receive the award. So the rest of the years that remains, I pray that God should grant me long life so that I will receive all my entitlements. They are really taking good care of us. We will enjoy the service.
Earlier, at a public lecture with the theme Breaking Barriers, Public Service Strategies for Inclusive Development, the head of service, Bodiaguru, urged public servants to break any form of barrier that may hinder access to opportunities that will benefit the citizenry. The guest speaker, Permanent Secretary of the Ogun State Bureau of Public Service Reform, Adebowale Oyineye, emphasized that the primary role of public service in development is to act as a conveyor belt, delivering government developmental initiatives directly to the intended. Lagos has been projected as a topmost magnet city for businesses by 2032. A recent World Travel and Tourist Council (WTTC) study ranked Lagos ahead of Cape Town, Riyadh, Johannesburg, Singapore City, Amsterdam, and Warsaw, amongst others. According to Global Index, the ranking is based on 82 major tourist city destinations, an estimate of gross domestic product, and employment directly generated by the travel and tourism sector in these cities. Other cities listed by the study in the top 10 include Singapore City in Singapore, Amsterdam in Netherlands, Warsaw in Poland, Brussels in Belgium, Stockholm, Sweden, and Zurich in Switzerland. Lagos State was recently ranked as the 19th best city to visit in the world by a British media and hospitality company. Turnout ahead of Melbourne, Nepal, Singapore, Miami, Dubai, Beijing, and Montreal, amongst others. Enugu State Governor Peter Mba has flagged off the construction of the tractor assembly plant and service center, an investment by a Denmark-based group. Mba also inaugurated the doors industry established by a Chinese firm at Nachi, Enugu State. He noted that it was a significant step towards his administration's vision to grow the state economy from $4.4 billion to $30 billion. Mba promised to seek, identify, and support genuine investors who wish to partner with the state on its journey towards $30 billion economy. And now to the rest of the stories. Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, says Nigeria needs to invest about $3 trillion over the next 30 years to bridge the infrastructure gap. Abbas stated this at the flag-off ceremony for the construction of the access road from Ring Road 1 to George's Quarters in Abuja. It listed the critical sectors of investment to include road networks, power supply, housing, healthcare and education, amongst others. Abbas, who was represented by his deputy, Benjamin Kalu, said the infrastructure deficit in the Federal Capital Territory has become more worrisome owing to the city's annual growth rate of 5%. The Speaker commended President Bola Tinubu for taking significant steps to address the challenges since he assumed power in May 2023 and promised to support the government's efforts to aid the development of the FCT. He also commended the FCT Minister, Nyesom Wike, particularly his urban renewal plan. And meanwhile, the Federal Capital Territory Minister, Nyesom Wike, has declared a war on beggars, stating that enforcement agents will begin to apprehend them. Wike said this move is part of the administration's strategy to restore Abuja's image and ensure the city competes favorably with other cities worldwide. Beyond roads, Wike said the administration plans to rehabilitate 25 schools and bolster security measures. And in foreign news, election observers working for the European Union, EU, say some voting results have been doctored in Mozambique as unrest in the country continues to grow. On Monday, thousands of people joined opposition protests that were called independent presidential candidate Venancio Mondlane. EU observer mission in a statement says the evidence has been found of irregularities during counting and unjustified alternation of election results at polling stations and district level. Mozambique's national results are meant to be published on Electoral Commission's website for all to see. But last month, the body said its website had suffered a cyber attack. Mozambique has only ever been governed by one party, Frelimo, which has ruled since independence from Portugal. And in foreign news, head coach Justin Madugu has expressed his delight at that over all 25 invited Super Falcons players are already in camp as the team prepares for its first training session at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena ahead of the two international friendly matches against the senior women national team of Algeria. The 9-time African champions will take on the Algerian girls at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena on Saturday, 26 October, and again at the same venue on Tuesday, 29 October. Both matches will kick off at 4 p.m. A 35-woman Algerian delegation is scheduled to arrive in Nigeria on Thursday morning, with the match officials from Benin Republic also scheduled to arrive in Lagos the same day. The Benin's quartet of Aurora Christine Ligan, Nafastu Yikan, Shito, Sonia Emily Lois, and Lorenda Ofin will take charge of the two matches. The Nigeria Football Federation will appoint a match commissioner for each of the games. Just before we go, always carry out proper and adequate checks on your vehicles before setting out. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms, X, formerly Twitter, at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch your news program on Subscribe and watch your news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Soro administration trained 1,000 accountants on the 2020 Financial Act? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. So on the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. In continuation of the 2024 Public Service Week celebration, 361 public servants have received long service awards for their dedication and meritorious service in Lagos State for 35 years and above. The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, said Nigeria needs to invest about $3 trillion over the next 30 years to bridge the infrastructure gap. We also told you that election observers working for the European Union say some voting results have been doctored in Mozambique as unrest in the country continues to grow. And in sport, head coach Justin Madugu has expressed delight that all 25 invited Super Falcon players are already in camp as the team prepares for its first training session at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena ahead of the two international friendly matches against the senior women national team of Algeria. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That is the news broadcast compiled by Kayode Mafolashiri. I am Sarah Adesanya. Thank you for listening.